Hello, hello. Hey there, and welcome back to the show. I do have an announcement to make today on the show, but I want to start out first by saying thank you. Thank you to all of you who have listened over the last 6 months, who have been with me from the beginning since July of launching this amazing podcast and a place where I have just been able to really bare my soul in a lot of vulnerable topics and share a lot of vulnerable things with you. And you all just received it so well. And you've supported me. You helped me launch this podcast just to make sure that it got out to all of those that needed to hear my message. And for that, I just want to say thank you. Without all of your support, none of this information and my message wouldn't have gone out to the world like it has. And it's literally gone out to the world. I mean, my podcast has been listened to in multiple countries around the world. It's actually fascinating. It's really wild. So with all that said, today I'm announcing that this is going to be the last episode of the Happy Wife Mentor podcast. Now, this is not goodbye. It's just bye for now. Well, really, one of the main things that I've shared with you on the show is that self-care for women is just paramount. It's the top order on our list of things that we need to keep us healthy, to keep us happy, and to help us to be the best and show up the best that we can for the relationships in our lives, specifically our marriage and our family, because all of that is intertwined, right? And, we only have so much capacity. And, I've been figuring things out since starting this show. I've always wanted to launch a podcast, and it's just been such an amazing experience. I love talking with you guys every week, even though I'm kind of talking to myself, but you're listening. So it's been a lot of figuring things out. And, for me, art has always been a really big part of my self-care. And it just makes me happy. It helps me to just stay in a joyful state. And it's something that I have to make time for. And, I've realized that we only have so much capacity. I mean, it's not like I didn't know that, but honestly, sometimes in life we have to make decisions. And right now, with things going on in my family, I have a daughter that's a senior in high school. We're having some health issues in our family, and I just need to take a step back from the podcast for a moment and figure out what's next. If I had you in front of me and I was coaching you and we were working together, this is exactly the advice that I would give you. So I am taking my own advice here. And as much as I don't want to pause the podcast, that is what I am doing. And we are going to move into a season of figuring out next steps and, making more time for art. And again, my family and my health, right? And so I hope that you will understand and just really evaluate your own life and just think about capacity. And is there anything in your life that maybe you need to lay down because you aren't able to take care of yourself and find the fun and the joy in the things that you really love, because there are other things that are taking precedent just simply because of time. I mean, we all have limited amount of time, right? So it's something that we all need to evaluate on a consistent basis. Are we giving the things that are the most important the time allotted needed? And sometimes that means laying things down. And that's where I'm at with the show. So I wanted to just share this with you guys and let you know that I'm only taking my own advice and the advice that I would give you, right? Because again, we are the ones that are in charge of our happiness and our health. And if we can't fill ourselves up, then we can't show up like we want to in our marriage. And that's just where I'm at. Again, it's not goodbye because I have all kinds of ideas for what I want to do with the show. I really feel like in the future, when I come back to season 2, that we're probably going to move into more topics centered around creativity, because that's what you guys have mentioned to me that you want to hear more of. I've had a lot of you reaching out to me and wondering how I've gotten started with my art and how I make time for creativity, and how do you even pick up a paintbrush, and what am I even creative? Like, I want to do something a little more fun and creative, but I don't even know where to start, right? So those are topics that I'm going to be exploring in the future. And quite honestly, there are lots of artists that I have followed over the last 13, 14 years. And I've always wondered, like, how did they get started with their creativity? And I've searched around and I can't find any interviews with them. And so I'd love to interview some of these people that have just been major inspirations in my life and motivators in my life. So again, thank you to all of you that have been here the entire time. And I truly hope that this podcast has blessed you. It has been a labor of love and really, really fun. And I have just really enjoyed showing up every week and sharing my heart with you guys. And I hope that you have shared this with others that may need to hear the message. And I hope that it's blessed you and maybe helped you in your own marriage. I know if you are struggling, don't give up. Marriage is hard. It's not easy, but there are so many tools, and I've shared most of them here on the podcast already. So go back and take a listen, that can help you thrive and just really, really get in a groove and a flow that is just more than you could ever imagine. And it all starts with self-care. And I never understood what that truly meant. And the more and more I grow, the more and more I understand what it means. And for me, it's a big part of that is creativity and making time for my art. And that is what I want to continue to do and do more of, more and more and more of, for as long as I can imagine, because it's just one thing that really brings me a lot of joy. And that's what I want for all of you. So I hope that if you are hearing this today, again, that you will evaluate and see if there's anything that you need to lay down so that you can make time for creativity and pursuits that just bring you joy for no other reason than that. Because that is what life is about. God has given us this gift of creativity as women. It's a feminine gift, and we all have it. We just have to search for it and dig it up and unearth it. It's always been there. You just maybe haven't found it yet. If you're kind of like scratching your head, like, what are you talking about? That might be the case for you. You just haven't found it yet. So I hope that you will continue to search for it and never give up. So again, thank you. And one more time, I just want to say it's not goodbye. It's just goodbye for now. So thank you for all of your support. And I'm going to take a little break here, and I will be back and make sure that you guys are all aware of where we go next with the show. And I hope that you will stay subscribed so that you get the updates and you can follow me along on the next path and the journey of the show. So with that, thank you again. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you and talking with you in the future. Take care. Bye-bye.